Hello, fellow island riders. Glad to have you along for the ride again today and for the adventure. Today we are picking it up here in a small little spot called Bayview that's just outside Stanley Bridge. Getting a shot of some of the folks working out on the water today, working hard. So the idea today is to go on a little bit of an adventure up around Malpeque Bay and along the Capes. I know a lot of the rides that we've been going on have been pretty intense lately, so I decided maybe we take a little bit more of an ADV approach this time around and take a look along the highways, take a look along the dirt roads that we can find, and maybe go observe some of the old parts of the island, some of the parts that have started to age a little bit, and see how well they've held up over the years. So yeah, I figured, you know, we've been spending a lot of times bushwhacking our way through the woods, and for us being on an island and everything, we should probably spend a little bit more time taking a look at what the coasts and the Capes have to offer. And they do have lots to offer. Now, I'll be the first to tell you, I haven't come up through this particular area a lot, so this is going to be an exploration adventure for all of us. Which is the way I like it, you know? That's the way I like to have it. I don't like knowing too much about what we're getting into. Kind of spoils it a little bit, just a tiny bit. More lobster traps getting ready. As of the date that we're filming this, next Friday will be setting day. That's when everybody loads up all the boats full of lobster traps and puts them out. First day of lobster season. So we've got a few different spots to hit today, island riders. And for the most part, those spots are all pretty much easy to get to. There may be a bit of an issue getting to one of the spots, but we'll see how that pans out. I've never been up here before, but I've always been meaning to go to Thunder Cove. And I've heard it's beautiful. And I've no doubt that everything leading up to it is beautiful too. And we'll take our, usual approach to taking the Silver Fox out for a rip. We'll take the most indirect way that we can, and we'll start it all out in New London. So one of the things that's ever present anywhere really that you go, and be it where you are, be it where I am here in Prince Edward Island, is the march of time always walks with a cadence that makes a second every step, every footfall. And it changes things, it changes the places that we grew up at, it changes the places where we had fond memories, and sometimes it changes things for the good, and sometimes it changes things for, well, the interesting. And sometimes, we just wish that things could have been left the way they were. Sometimes things can be preserved quite well. Like this, for example, is the birthplace of Lucy Maud Montgomery, and she is the author that wrote Anne of Green Gables. Look at all the traps. Wow. Can you believe they're going to get a whole bunch of those on one boat? My goodness, that's a lot. Now, since we're starting to get onto a bit of the back roads here, our first point of interest is going to be the New London Lighthouse. It's a bit of an older lighthouse, a bit of a smaller one, but it's one that's definitely been captured by the grasp of time for sure. And I'm just interested to see how it looks. You see a lot of pictures of lighthouses and they're in really, really good shape. And I'm always interested to see... Wait a minute, hold up. We want this. Said it was going to be a bit of an easier ADV ride today, but I'm not saying ADV rides aren't easy or anything, but okay, let's stay frosty here. We had two options to get up there. Cove Road was one of them. Long River Road was the other. I didn't know how good Cove Road was going to be, so it's looking like it's alright. I mean, by the time you're watching this, by the time I'm filming this, it's on the back end of mud season, which means all these roads are no longer impassable. And a lot of them are starting to see a bit of the grader. I love it. Man, I love these old dirt roads on Prince Edward Island. You know, one of the things I think that I really like about Old Foxy here, about the KLR 650, is the fact that it just, you know, Foxy, you don't live in any one zone, do you? You don't live on the highway, you don't live on the dirt roads, you don't live on the trail, but you're kind of a vagabond of all of them, aren't you? And you do well enough to keep it exciting, get us where we need to go. A little adventure machine, right? Alright, let's stay frosty here. Let's visor up. I'm seeing a lot of grease. Yeah. Okay, hold up. Oh, you're right. Going downhill in mud is not as easy as going uphill. Uphill, you can just kind of pin her and let the back end fly. Going downhill, well, you just roll right over yourself, can't you? I'll take her easy. There's no rush. There we go. Ha, nice. Yeah, this road is in really good shape for this time of year, being on the downgrade like that. I was expecting to find something really worse. Like, I was up the other day when I was filming our season 2 opener. I went up through St. Patrick's Road, or Patrick's Road. I can't remember what the name of it is, but it's one of those. It's one of those for sure. And oh my god, it was this huge drop just straight down, and it was all just slimy old slime mud. Right, let's hit left here, and we'll see if we can find Long River Road. All right, should be getting on to what we want here. Yes, there we are. Now, Long River Road should have a nice bit of red dirt for us to follow up. Oh yeah, that looks fun. So the idea overall for this is that we're going to hit 3 points of interest. And that's going to be, first off, this New London Lighthouse. Second, it's going to be Cape Tryon. And third, we're going to finish her off at Thunder Cove. But there's some things I want to do before we get there. Some places I want to see and some roads I want to check out. I'm not sure how successful we're going to be in finding those things, but that's half the adventure, is trying to search for something you don't know that exists, right? Oh. Whoa! Jump in, Judas! We almost lost her. We can go straight or we can go left. Let's go. What do you think? Straight or left? Straight looks a little more interesting. Maybe we come back to left. Smell the salt in the air. You can feel it on the breeze, that's for sure, and it's a strong old breeze. One might even call it a wind. Alright, now we should be coming out of this. We'll be looking for something called River Road. Wow, that's a house and a half, isn't it? There's some wild houses here once you start getting a view of the water. Where that other one just must come out down there, eh? Yeah, we'll check it out a little later here. Yeah, I think we want to be on the left side of that bay. So we're going to track up that road there. See where she takes us. Yeah, so it's nice every once in a while, you know, to just take a nice highway slash red mud highway approach to exploration. You never know what you're gonna end up finding. Adventure and, you know, really cool things. It's not exclusive to deep woods trails. It's not exclusive to ATV trails. Not by any means. If that were the case, the Cabot Trail wouldn't exist. Now that's your quintessential Anna Green Gables house right there. If I ever saw one. Cape Road, that's what we're after. That's what we're after. Oof, looks like some rough old roads up through here, but that's what we like. Wow, beautiful. I know you guys can't see it, but off in the distance, the white caps of the waves crashing up on the Cavendish Beach, Gulf Shore Road. Just amazing out there. Well, here we are. Point number 1. Pretty wild. Now, I can tell you that lighthouse is not operational anymore. There's no bulb in there, there's no lamp. But that doesn't stop it from giving just a little bit of interesting and character still to the land. It's always nice seeing that kind of stuff. You know, maybe once upon a time it served a purpose and steered ships clear from danger. Maybe now it serves the purpose of giving something for people to look forward to. Maybe something, a little bit of a hidden treasure that people can find. All right, let's have a look at our new London lighthouse. Definitely one of those things that's succumbed to the march of time, that's for sure. It's incredible, interesting. Such a cool spot. I often think about lighthouses and, like, what was the responsibility of the person that was in there? Did they look after the telegraph? Did they look after just the lamp? Or it's very interesting, very cool spot. It's a beautiful spot, just like every place like this in Prince Edward Island. It's another amazing testament to the kind of cool things you can find if you just push yourself a little bit over. Just through the dirt roads to the other side of adventure. Well, now that I have a boot full of sand, no, I'm just joking. Oh, I'm joking. Boots held up pretty good actually in sand, which is good news, because, you know, in case I ever want to run the Dakar with the old KLR 650, Fox, what do you say? Want to do the Dakar someday? But, jeez, don't know if we make her, bud. We'd probably give it a good go though, wouldn't we? Anyway, the adventure continues. Our next stop will be Cape Tryon. So, let's go figure out how to get there. And let's go see what that there has to offer.